When Microsoft shocked the world earlier this year when they decided to acquire Activision and all the IP and studio within Activision, I think a lot of people didn't know what to make of that, right? Like right away, you had Activision going under a lot of duress. Clearly, they had a lot of allegations and things. Obviously, Bobby Kotick is somebody who probably shouldn't be running a big company like that. And, I think that right now, we're sort of in this weird world where, it kind of comes down to fanboys, right? And what fanboys do is kind of muddy the water. And what I mean by that is if you go by, say, Twitter, right? And so let's just go by what the people on Twitter say. Then The Last of Us Part 1 remake would have been like the biggest game ever, right? Instead, it struggled even behind the failure that was the new Saints Row. And, I think that says a lot for the slowness of how we perceive things versus the reality, right? Like, I know a lot of us don't kind of live in this place that I like to call reality, but quite honestly, reality is real. And, so you hear a lot of these people talk about, hey, well, I really think that it's great that that Last of Us remake, it looks amazing. It looks so much better than the remaster, which honestly it doesn't. It's okay that they're charging us $70 for something that they took out content and they just did a remaster not too long ago. So yeah, I think for me it's annoying. So yeah, I hope that things kind of change with that. But this bit of announcement by Microsoft, or actually regards Microsoft, I think is a very smart thing for them to do. And I also think that it's something that's been very fun to kind of look at from an outside perspective and go, hey, you know what? This is crazy to see how this is kind of coming about, and I want to kind of get into it about this because I really do think this is going to be an interesting take. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer. This is Crap Gamer Reviews with another video. Please leave a like on the video. I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of my videos that I do. It would very much be appreciated. It's a small goal, but it would be a tremendous help to me in the channel if you guys could do that. So the UK competition watchdog sets a March 1st 2023 deadline for ruling on the Xbox Activision deal. So we're coming very close to the end of this probe and things like that. The UK competition regulator has set a deadline of March 1st, 2023 to publish the findings of its inquiry into Microsoft's proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard. So I think it's safe to say that we're very much closing in on the time where this is going to be a thing, and I hope that they kind of get this straightened out, before too long. Notably, the CMA is worried about the impact the deal could have on PlayStation's ability to compete, given that the deal that would see that Microsoft gain ownership of Call of Duty, among others. Phase 2 of the CMA's investigation has seen it appoint an independent panel to scrutinize the deal in further detail and also evaluate if it's more likely than not to result in a substantial lessening of competition, which honestly I don't see how that could cause lessening of competition at all. If the inquiry group finds that there's an anti-competitive outcome, it must decide whether action should be taken by it or by others to remedy, mitigate, or prevent the substantial lessening of competition, and if so, what action should be taken. Ultimately, the CMA has the authority to block mergers and acquisitions from being completed if what it determines to be inappropriate or appropriate shouldn't be taken into address of lessening competition. Basically, Sony cried about it. Now they're checking into it, and they have to make sure all the T's are crossed and I's, dotted, all that kind of stuff. Now, the CMA published a timetable now confirming how the second phase of inquiry will actually proceed. After gathering information, issuing questionnaires, and meeting with the relevant parties over the next few months, it plans to notify them of its provisional findings and possible remedies if required. come January. The final deadline for all parties' responses will be in February, ahead of the publication of the CMA's final report on March 1st. The acquisition is currently being scrutinized by regulators around the world amid antitrust concerns during a time of increasing consolidation in the gaming industry. Microsoft officially filed its case for its proposed acquisition of Activision Blizzard with the European Commission last week, and the European Competition Watchdog has set a provisional deadline of November 8th to clear the deal or to choose to enter a second, more detailed investigation phase like the CMA has. So, all this stuff, getting it out of the way. I think that it's just honestly busy work, to be quite frank. I think that what we're starting to see is that they're trying to make it look like they gave it the old college try, so to speak. They want it to look like, hey, you know what, we wanted. There's honestly nothing anti-competitive about this. You have like the 5th or 6th ranked in gaming industry company in Microsoft Xbox versus, and you're trying to say it's going to be anti-competitive to the number 1 ranked PlayStation? Like, get out of here, get on out of here. This isn't 10 years ago. Honestly, the fact that so many people kind of look at this and go, oh, this could really kill PlayStation. Look, back when Call of Duty was super relevant, it'd get 3 million players on it on Xbox alone at launch. Those days are long gone. There's too many things out there competing for people's attention and time and money. And to be quite frank, Call of Duty's big, but it's no bigger than anything else, to be honest with you. So I just honestly feel like what they should do is just get this over with. But they are making it so that they can kind of look at this and go, oh well, we got everything, we did everything we could, looked into it. There's going to be no issues, and I think there's going to be a lot of Sony fans that are going to be quite upset by this. And clearly, that's just going to be the case. It's going to be. It just is what it is. So yeah, like I think it's pretty weird the way that people react to this. I personally look at Microsoft kind of getting this and going, this is a thing that's going to be good. Bring in fresh blood. Bring in Microsoft seems to really care about gamers, and they're very hands off with the studios, and they'd be answered to Phil instead of Bobby Kotick, and they could also be free to work on things that aren't Call of Duty for a change. I think all of that stuff sounds absolutely phenomenal, and honestly, I think clearly this is something that's going to continue to be at a forefront, and they're not going to stop with Call of Duty, by the way. They're going to continue to buy other companies as well, so they're kind of milking it, the UK is anyway. Again, I think it's crazy that they would think that the 4th or 5th place company in Microsoft really is going to cause an issue, to be honest with you. Honestly, I think it's crazy, but I'm very curious to hear what you guys think, because again, it's not just all about me, it's about you too. Let me know. Rate, comment, subscribe, rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Crap gamer out.